Let's meet the starting lineups. First, the batting order for the Inland Valley Pirates. Batting first, the left fielder wearing number 29, Isaiah Marquez. Batting second, the first baseman wearing number 35, Connor McKinney. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 5, Brett Bowers. Batting fourth, the right fielder wearing number 20 is Daniel Garcia. Batting fifth, the second baseman wearing number 11, Austin Haller. Batting sixth, the shortstop wearing number 25, Gabriel Rico. Batting seventh, the third baseman wearing number 14 is Anthony McFarland. Batting eighth, the center fielder wearing number 10 is Bo Benton. Catching for the Inland Valley Pirates is number 7, Max Shore. The starting pitcher today for the Inland Valley Pirates is number 6, Wyatt Johnson. The Inland Valley Pirates are general managed by Charlie Reynoso. His assistant coaches are Kyle Jackson, Matt Cordero, and Eli Chavez. The umpiring crew is as follows. Behind the dish at home plate is Mr. Dwayne Clemens. At first base is Mr. David Noah. And at third base is Mr. Dan Angelo. Now let's meet the defensive starters for your Alaska GoldPanners. Playing in right field today, wearing the number 22, Sean Rimmer. Playing center field, wearing the number 8, Dominic Hughes. Playing left field, wearing the number 25, Brock Kless. Playing third base, wearing the number 6, Tate Shamel. Playing shortstop, wearing the number 2, Marty Munoz. Playing second base, wearing the number 9, Caleb Milliken. Playing first base, wearing the number 21, Rafael Flores. Catching for your Alaska GoldPanners is number 17, Isaac Shuck. Your starting pitcher today for your GoldPanners is number 5, Garrett Cooper. Your designated hitter today is number 29, Brock Rudy, and the rest of your Alaska GoldPanners, who are field managed by Mark Lindsay. He is assisted by Ryan Hansen, Jake Taylor, and Marcus Mastravoni. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please stand. Kindly remove your hats and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Thank you. Today, the GoldPanners are sponsored by Faith and Family, and out to throw the ceremonial first pitch is Logan Reinheller with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
It's Faith and Family Day here
to throw out the first pitch
at Growden Memorial Park, Fairbanks, Alaska. Garo Von Dane with you live on the early side here on a Sunday twin bill doubleheader. It is the final day of the series between the Alaska GoldPanners and the Inland Valley Pirates. The GoldPanners have won 3 in a row after dropping game 1. So have a 3-1 lead with 2 to go. And of course can clinch the series. Ooh, good pitch. There's a strike.
Good pitch,
Get
Logan.
him a uniform. All right, Logan.
On the count of 3, I want you to say play ball. 1, 2, 3.
Good crowd here for this Sunday afternoon start. And when you hear Pantera, you have a pretty good idea who's on the mound. Ladies and gentlemen, number 5, Super Duper, Garrett Cooper takes the baseball for the GoldPanners. And he has had a marvelous season for Fairbanks out of Fresno Pacific University, second-year GoldPanner. First year as exclusively a pitcher, after being one of the top hitters on the team a year ago and playing in the outfield. He will face Wyatt Johnson for the Inland Valley Pirates. Speaking of Pantera, they have announced in the past couple days they're reuniting, and they will play their first shows in more than 20 years. Of course, the two brothers, Daryl and Vinny, passing away since then. But they've got a couple guys filling in, and they are going on tour, and it's going to be a big tour. And Garrett Cooper very excited to hopefully get a chance to see them for the first time in his life. Obviously, he hasn't seen them if they haven't played in about 22 years. Man, that's crazy. So Garrett wasn't born yet last time Pantera played a show.
That's hard to hear.
Oh boy, I saw Pantera a bunch of times. Oh boy.
29, Isaiah Marquez.
As if we didn't feel old enough already. Let's get to some better news. GoldPanners have won 3 straight in the series and are ready to go here. Cooper will face Isaiah Marquez. Marquez batting at the top of the order here for the Inland Valley Pirates. The Pirates have been shut down the last few games by GoldPanner pitching, and the job doesn't get much easier against Cooper, making his 5th start and 8th appearance. Starts with strike 1 on Marquez. He is 4-0 this summer. He misses downstairs. It's 1-1 to Marquez. Garrett, over 31 1/3 innings, has surrendered just 4 runs. On 22 hits, he has struck out 32. It's 1 per inning, and walked just 7. That one is popped high and out of play.
That foul ball brought to you by the Gold Daughters.
4 runs in 31 1/3.
Fun with the Gold Daughters out in Fox.
An ERA just over 1. Facing a team that can hit, but they've been pretty well shut down by Panner pitching, and he strikes out Marquez for the first out of the ball game.
Now up to bat for the Pirates, number 35, Connor McKinney.
I said it last night and tweeted it out as well. Over the last 18 innings of this series, the GoldPanners have outscored the Pirates 34-1.
Heads up, Beer Garden.
Panners have hit all series long.
Since that ball landed in the Beer and Wine Garden, that foul ball
and have had
sponsored
great
by
pitching
Big
the last
Daddy's
few days.
Barbecue.
2 7-inning games on the docket today, and then an off day tomorrow before the San Francisco Seals come to town. Strike called. It's 0-2 on Connor McKinney, the 6'5" first baseman from Citrus College. And the 0-2 from Cooper. Up towards the head of McKinney, ducks out of the way. Tempers flared a little bit yesterday. First half of that ball game was very interesting. Bench is cleared at 1 point, no punches thrown. Couple ejections. And that one hits McKinney in the knee area.
Brought to you by Satterberg Law
And on a
Office.
1-2 pitch, Cooper loses
Been hit by
McKinney with a
pitch.
hit
Don't
batsman.
call Saul, call Bill.
And the Panners,
Now to bat for the Pirates, number 5,
Garrett
Brett
Cooper,
Bowers.
will work with a runner at first base and 1 out. Pitching problems plaguing the Inland Valley Pirates, but again, this is a tough Panner lineup to face for any pitcher. Here's Brett Bowers, the designated hitter. Brett was tossed yesterday after arguing a strike call. Here's a ground ball to first. Flores throws to second for 1, back to first, not in time to get the double play. Yes, Rafael Flores at first base. We will give you the GoldPanner defense right now. Catching for Garrett Cooper is Isaac Shook, Rafael Flores at first,
20,
Caleb
Daniel
Milliken at second
Garcia.
base, Marty Munoz at short, Tate Shamau at third base. In the outfield, it's Dominic Hughes in left. Brock Kless in center field, and Sean Rimmer is in right. I actually guessed wrong about Hughes and Kless in the lineup card. They were both listed as center fielders.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was guessing that Hughes would be in center, Kless would be in left, but I had it backwards. Daniel Garcia, the batter, with 2 outs and a runner at first base. I was exchanging messages with head coach Mark Lindsay last night. I said, what happened to Alex Garcia? He was supposed to come up for an interview. He said, I forgot to tell him. So that's why Alex didn't make it
That
up.
ball brought to you by the Glass Doctor. The Glass Doctor specializes
And you can
in
excuse
fixing
the
all
Panner
pains.
coaches. They're focused on things besides PannerVision interviews. And things were a little chippy yesterday, so. This one is floated high into left field, and Dominic Hughes is there to make the catch. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. We played half an inning. GoldPanners coming to bat, no score. Garrow Von Dane here in Fairbanks, shaking off the cobwebs here on an early start. Panners like early starts, especially morning starts. They've hit the ball very well in early games, and we'll see how they start out here in the bottom of the first inning against the Inland Valley Pirates and Wyatt Johnson on the mound. Second appearance of the series for Wyatt Johnson, number 6 in your programs, a 6'3" right-hander from Cal State Fullerton. He started the opener in this series, the game that the Pirates trailed 10-2 in the 6th inning and came back to win 14-12. The Panners paid him back with a comeback win the next day. The Pirates have had trouble since then. Panners taking the last 3 games of the series. And the Pirates out of the Sunset Baseball League in Southern California. Here's the 0-2. And Hughes takes a ball outside. Dominic, the sophomore from Kansas State. Good game yesterday. 2 for 4 at the top of the order. With 2 runs batted in, 3 runs scored. He was on base 4 times. Panners winning 11-1. A lot of chirping between both teams yesterday. As I said, the benches cleared, but then when the game was no longer in doubt, everything kind of settled down. The 2-2 to Hughes. Outside ball 3. Pirates pitchers have struggled with the free pass. The last 2 games, Pirate pitchers, that's over 14 innings. We had a 5-inning game 2 days ago. As here's the 3-2 to Hughes. He grounds one right over the mound, past the glove of Johnson, who reached for it. And Hughes has himself a leadoff single. Brings up Brock Rudy, the designated hitter. Yeah, so over the last 14 innings, Pirate pitchers
now to bat for your GoldPanners, number 29, Brock Rudy,
have issued 26 free passes. That's walks and hit batsmen. 26 over 14 innings. How do you win when you do that? Well, you don't. In those last 2 games, the Pirates have batted just 122. They're 6 for 49. And now they got to face Garrett Cooper. Cooper, no runs, no hits in the top of the first. Brock Rudy, the designated hitter, he was pretty heated yesterday a couple of times. Out of University of Utah. Takes inside, and Hughes, with a ball dropping into the dirt, takes the opportunity to go to second. Came up a little bit lame when he got to second base, but he looks to be all right. That is a wild pitch, not a stolen base. Here's Brock Rudy with a 1-1 count. Dwayne Clements calling balls and strikes behind home plate here in Game 1. These are 2 7-inning games. Overcast day here in Fairbanks. It's warm. Everyone getting their coffee in them here today. Oh, yeah. You know, it was interesting, too. I stopped for coffee on the way in from North Pole this morning. As here's the 2-1 to Rudy, and he slices this one off the bat and drops it into shallow left field for a base hit. And Gold at the corners. Back-to-back singles. Let's give you the batting order before I talk more about coffee. Rafael Flores batting 3rd. Sean Rimmer in the cleanup spot. Brock Kless batting 5th. Caleb Milliken in the 6th spot. Your 7, 8, 9 spots are Tate Shamau, Isaac Shook, and Marty Munoz. Here's Flores. He has had an incredible series. He's 9 for 15 with 11 runs batted in. facing Wyatt Johnson, 2 aboard, and nobody out here bottom of the first. Pirates desperate for a good start. They got a 1-0 lead in the top of the first yesterday, but then the Panners went on to win 11-1. And the last thing the Pirates need is a big Gold Panner inning here in the first of Game 1. And it's fouled out of play. So the Alaska is filled with those little coffee huts that are on corners and in parking lots. Just those little drive-through things are everywhere in Alaska. And today was the first time ever in my life in Alaska that a man sold me coffee out of one of those coffee huts. Yeah. It's never, ever happened. And the ball kicks away from catcher Shore, and Hughes takes the opportunity to come in and score. Hughes scores on the wild pitch, second wild pitch of the inning. And that's another thing that has really hurt the chances for the Pirates. I mean, pitching has been an issue throughout the series. Walks, hit batsmen, hits allowed, wild pitches. And really the catchers have struggled too, Gibbons and Shore, from a defensive standpoint. Yeah, that's the first man to sell me coffee. It was weird. I told him too, and he's like, really? He said, I just bought this place, so. Fouled out of play by Flores with Rimmer on deck. 1 run is in. It's 1-0 Gold Panners. Chris Carlson getting up early and getting on the controls here and getting us on the air. If you're awake enough, join the YouTube chat. And the ball in the dirt, so Rudy takes off for second and gets there safely. The third wild pitch of the inning. Flores, meanwhile, stands in with a 3-ball, 2-strike count. It's Faith and Family Day here at the ballpark. Time is called. So, yeah, I came in from North Pole this morning, staying there for a few days. North Pole, it's, depending on what part of Fairbanks you're driving from, 20 to 30 minutes down the road. And it is Christmas every day. It's bizarre. Went into the store yesterday. There's Christmas trees.
Already.
Flores draws the base on balls. There's Christmas trees in the stores. Every light pole is wrapped in candy cane striping. The Santa Claus house is there. The streets are Santa Claus Lane, Rudolph Street. It is a bizarre little place. Sean Rimmer, the batter, with 2 aboard. Sean Rimmer's the assistant coach at Yavapai. Miles Kaiser, 2-year Gold Panner head coach. Congratulations to Miles, telling me on the drive in this morning that he has taken a new job. The 1-ball pitch to Rimmer is outside for ball 2. Miles coaching at Yavapai the last couple of years. And the head coach at Yavapai moving on to take over the head job at Iowa Western College. And Miles Kaiser going with him to be the head assistant. Miles going from Arizona to the cornfields of Iowa. Swing and a miss, it's 2-1. But it has nothing but great things to say about the athletic department at Iowa Western. It's pretty close to Omaha, Nebraska. So there is a recruiting base there. So congratulations to Coach Kais, who has his first little one on the way in November. So a lot going on for Kais Fly ball into center field. Rimmer is out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. Brings up Brock Kless. 1-0 Gold Panners. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Brock Kless out of UC San Diego will stand in.
I look real good today. 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 Jumping up the motherfucking Bentley. Rolling in a car in the Balenci's. Walking with a pocket full of Bentley.
They had a strike call. There used to be a baseball team down in North Pole. They played here at Growden for a bunch of years before moving to North Pole. They were the North Pole Knicks. But they used Growden as their home base and their home field for a while before going down to Newbie Field. That ball comes in and it hits Kless on the hand and the nub of the bat, but I think they're going to say it's a foul ball.
Foul ball.
So got a little of both. So it's 0-2. Wyatt Johnson to Brock Kless. Gold Panner general manager John Lorkey was the GM for North Pole. Was also the GM with the Peninsula Oilers in Kenai. And then was out of summer baseball for many years, working at the local Ford dealership, but was still very involved with the Gold Panners. And then took the opportunity to come back a few years ago. Panners in good hands right now. And Kless swings and misses for strike 3. So good work for Johnson after allowing the first 3 to reach. He has retired Rimmer and now Kless, and that brings up Caleb Milliken. Gold Panners second baseman Caleb Milliken. The junior from Pomona Pitzer. Some news, roster news for the Gold Panners today as well. 1 gone, 1 new guy in. This was news to us here in the press box, but Corey Braun has reached his inning limit and has gone home. So Corey Braun done for the summer. Way inside, and it's ball 2. And the new pitcher on the roster is Garrett Maloney. Maloney, a freshman from Henderson, Nevada. Plays at Southern Nevada. 6'3", 190, right-handed pitcher. Garrett Maloney. And we look forward to seeing him in action. Don't know when that will be. And apparently Garrett Maloney has an uncle by the name of Dave Weatherman, who pitched for the Gold Panners, and I haven't nailed down the year, but somewhere around 1980. Don Dennis, my reference. Shoot me a text or hit us on the YouTube chat and let me know if you recall when Dave Weatherman played for the Gold Panners. He was from Cal State Fullerton. I know Don was not able to tune in the last couple of games. We exchange emails pretty regularly. The longtime GM of the Gold Panners. Oh, just from about 67 to 2011 is all.
Oh my God. I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it went that deep.
That deep, Chris, yes. 6 national championships, dozens and dozens of Alaska League titles and other championships. Milliken draws the base on balls, and here comes head coach Charlie Reynoso, already making a visit to the mound in the first inning of Game 1 today. He got a lot of exercise yesterday. And he's going to come out and talk to Wyatt Johnson, who's about to face the 7th batter of the inning. We talked a few weeks ago about statues for the Gold Panners, and I brought up that conversation to current GM John Lorkey, and he said, whoa, the first guy that you get a statue of is Don Dennis, and without a doubt. And then he also said Jim Dietz, who we lost this offseason, the winningest coach in Gold Panner history, who passed away. So you got those two guys, and then if you go with two players, you have to go with probably Tom Seaver and Dave Winfield. Those are a pretty good group of statues. If you went with 4, that was the discussion. And this ball is hit by Shimao into deep left center field, and this one is going to get over the heads of both Benton and Marquez all the way to the wall in the deepest part of the park. 3-run score on the 3-run bases clearing triple by the red-hot Tate Shimao. 4-0 Gold Panners in the first. Rudy, Flores, and Milliken all come in to score, running on contact with 2 outs. And Shimao driving, it's 4:15 to that corner, and he landed at one on the warning track, did Shimao. Isaac Shook with 2 outs and a runner at third. And this one's popped back and over the press box. Yeah, it's a good Sunday afternoon crowd here. We had a great crowd last night. Nice weather here today. Good to have you with us. Hope you're getting some enjoyable weather wherever you're tuning in from. Final day of the series between the Panners and Pirates. Despite the 3 straight losses for the Pirates, hope our Pirates viewers have enjoyed watching these games on PannerVision. And big props to Chris Carlson for the production, engineering, and camera work. Pretty darn good product. And you get it for free. But tips are accepted. Chris, what's your PayPal? No, never mind.
All right. I just take good karma.
We just take cold beverages to the press box if you're here. Here's a slow roller to third, and there's no chance to make a play. So Shimao comes in to score, and Shuck has himself an infield hit. And the Panner is all over the Pirates again here in the first inning. It's 5-0, and oh man, you gotta just wonder what that does to the psyche of the Pirates after 3 straight losses, back-to-back blowouts, and now trailing 5-0 in the first inning of a doubleheader. The Panners bat around here in the first as Marty Munoz stands in. Marty's had a good series. This ball kicks away, and Shuck on his way to second base. Another wild pitch. And the pitches haven't been that wild, but Max Shore having some trouble keeping baseballs nearby, and the Panners always looking to run. They're very aggressive on the base paths. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1 to Marty. Got his first home run of the summer during this series. The sophomore from Cal Baptist out of Riverside, California. Marty is 5 for his last 11 at the plate, including that home run. One and two. The 9th batter of the inning. Garrett Cooper getting a long rest, probably longer than he might want. Here between innings, of course, he'll accept the run production from his teammates. Two and two. Popped out of play.
brought to you by Sandy Can.
And man, with Marty Munoz hitting the way he has been, this is just a devastating lineup to face. When he calls him out on strikes. That's it for Marty Munoz and the GoldPanners here in the first inning, but they send 9 batters to the plate to score 5 runs. It's 5-zip Panners after
This is for my
1.
Australian crew.
Garrow Von Dane here at beautiful Growden Memorial Park in Fairbanks, Alaska. In 13 days, the home season comes to a close. Don't miss any of the action here on PannerVision. This is Game 5 of this 6-game series. Game 6 will be right after this one. We will have a 45-minute break between games to get lineups and get the field ready again. New chalk lines, and then we'll have our next game. We'll also sign off on the broadcast and start a new link for Game 2. Garrett Cooper out for his second inning of work, facing Austin Holler, Gabriel Rico, and Anthony McFarland. 5, 6, and 7 spots in the Pirates' batting order. Bo Benton batting 8th and Max Shore 9th. It is 5-zip Fairbanks in front. Grounded sharply right side, and it's off the glove of Milliken, who turns and throws, but isn't going to be able to get the out at first base, so E4 allows Holler to reach.
Now up to bat for the
And
Pirates.
brings up Gabriel
Number
Rico.
25, Gabriel Rico.
Rico, Pirates shortstop. Pirates in desperate need of some offense after having been shut down and held to 1 run over the last 19 innings. Well, after those first 2 games, we thought every game was going to be 15-12 or something of that nature, but Panner pitching has really done their job the last 3+ games. No, I should say 2+. (2-0) to Rico. Cooper working with a runner at first and nobody out. Yesterday, Alex Verdugo, his second consecutive strong start. 5 innings, 1 run on 3 hits. Those 3 hits came consecutively in the first inning. He did not give up another hit. Steven Vasquez then 3 scoreless on just 1 base hit. And Kagan Wentz finished it off with a 1-2-3 ninth. And the Panners won 11-1, and there's a 4-pitch walk to Gabriel Rico. A rare walk issued by Garrett Cooper. And the Pirates have 2 aboard
14, Anthony
with
McFarland.
nobody out in the top of the second. Anthony McFarland, Pirates' third baseman from Cal Riverside. swing and a miss. McFarland with a chance to get the Pirates on the board here in the second inning. And it's inside for a ball, 1-1. Again, Garrett Cooper this year, 31 1/3, 4 runs. But in some trouble here in the second. Way out in front that time was McFarland for strike 2. For the 2 or 3 of you who might be interested in the new members of Pantera on this upcoming tour, on drums it'll be Charlie Benante of Anthrax, and on lead guitar it's Zach Wilde. He's been rumored to be the guy for many years if Pantera ever did another show. And they're coming back, and hey, there's a lot of money involved. Ground ball to second. They're looking to flip to Munoz for 1 to first, a 4-6-3 double play. 2 away in the second. Over to third goes Holler and Bo Benton. A lot of people very critical of those guys for coming back. But you know what? Would you turn it down? It's a lot of money. If they asked you to join on Triangle and we're going to pay you a whole lot of money, would you do it?
Brought to you by
Yes, you
Sourdough
would.
Transfer.
The 0-1 pitch to Bo Benton with a runner at third. Big curveball grounded and a diving stop by Milliken. Oh, but he couldn't get the throw off. The ball just fell out of his hand. He made a great stop, got to his knees to throw, and the baseball just fell out of his hand. So the run comes in to score as Holler crosses home and give Benton an infield single. That's the first hit of the game for the Pirates. The run is unearned. Holler reaching on an error. And here's Max Shore. The Pirates get their first run since the first inning last night. A short lead for Benton, and that one is ripped down the left field line. It is a fair ball into the corner. Long run for Hughes. Here comes Benton around third. The ball comes in, and no shot to get him. And an RBI double for Max Shore, and it's a 5-2 game.
Back to the top of the
And
lineup
the
for
Pirates making some noise here in the
29,
second inning,
Isaiah
so certainly a
Marquez.
big lift for Inland Valley. And we go to the top of the order for Isaiah Marquez. And on Faith and Family Day, wasn't Isaiah, didn't he run around naked a lot in the Bible? Do you recall?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's statues of him naked. So,
There's naked statues of Isaiah? Or are you talking about the kid in Belgium?
oh, yeah.
The urinating child?
I get my biblical people mixed up a lot. There's a lot of Isaacs.
I've seen that statue in Brussels. It's like life size. It's just a baby peeing into a fountain.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is it? This is the thing they have postcards of and statues and lollipops of all things. Swing and a miss. My sister lived in Brussels. She gave me the peeing boy lollipop. I said, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, that's a hard sell.
Marquez with an 0-2 pitch. Grounds one left side. Shamau gloves, throws on the money in time. That's it for the Pirates here in the second, but they do pick up 2 runs. It's a 5-2 Panner lead through 1.5.
Good save, Dad. Oh, the wrong line for big boots.
5-2 lead for the GoldPanners as we go to the bottom of inning number 2. Garrow Von Dane with you live here for GoldPanners Baseball. And taking a look at our YouTube chat today. Who's on there? Who's on there? Oh, Henry Cole saying the Richardson Highway is open at Bear Creek. Henry's been working on those road closures, and boy, we were begging for rain with all those fires, but then all the rain went to one spot in the state and washed out all the roads. Christmas in July, says David Jackson. David, it's Christmas every day in North Pole. Every single day. What a weird little town it is. I can't think of a better word to describe North Pole. And that one is hit down the left field line for a base hit for Hughes. His second hit of the game. He's on his way to second with a double. 2 for 2 day for Dom. Hot days all around. Marcia Clemens says feels like 102 in Northwest Arkansas. That's a place I've never been. Northwest Arkansas. If you live in Kansas, they call it Arkansas. 97 in Cali for David Jackson. There you go. Enjoy that. We're about 30 below that, thankfully. Here's Brock Rudy. He comes out to Why Can't We Be Friends? That's perfect. After yesterday. And he floats this one down the left side for a base hit. Rudy going the other way. Hughes will score easily. And Brock Rudy with an RBI double as he slides in head first safely. Back-to-back doubles to open up the bottom of the second inning, and the Panners are hitting well again today. 6 hits, including a triple and 2 doubles. And it's 6-2 GoldPanners here against Wyatt Johnson. And here's Rafael Flores, who walked and scored in the first inning. There's one pitcher we haven't seen in the series, Zach Chernovsky. I don't know if he's here or not. I was curious to see the 6-foot right-hander from UNLV. He's the only pitcher on the roster that hasn't appeared. He's not here, I'm told. All right, so there you go. My curiosity will not be satisfied. Good thing I'm not a cat. 2 balls and no strikes to Flores with Rimmer on deck. We will certainly get warmer temperatures when we head to the Salt Lake Valley. Ball in the dirt, but kept nearby by catcher Max Shore. Pirates will leave tonight and head back to Southern California and get back to Sunset Baseball League play, where they're battling it out with the Ventura County Pirates, who we played in June. And the 3-0 pitch to Flores, who walked in the first inning, and he swings away and bounces one to the mound. Johnson looks to third and then elects to go to first to get rid of Flores on the 1-3 putout. Panners usually have the green light on 3-0 pitches.
Now to bat for your GoldPanners, number 22, Sean Rimmer.
And here's Sean Rimmer, who lined out to center field in the first inning. Miles Kaiser, who I was talking about earlier, coaches Sean Rimmer at Yavapai, asked me, how's Rimmer's last few days been? I said, well, pretty good. 6 for his last 9 with a home run, 5 RBIs and 2 doubles. That's a good stretch. His 5th rim shot of the summer over the left field fence. And Rimmer lined out to center in his first at bat today. He will be at Hawaii. Hawaii's going to be, I wanted to say Panners West, but what's a better term for Panners in Hawaii? Panners Pan, what would that be?
That would be more of a Pacific.
The Pan-Pacific Panners?
Yeah, there we go.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Because it's Sean Rimmer, Cole Alexander, Blake Hiraki, former Gold Panner Alton Geiselman, who played for the Panners last summer, is at Hawaii. And this ball is hit high and deep to left, but going back and onto the warning track, making the catch is Marquez. The runner will tag from third and score, as Rudy has scored for the 2nd time in the game. And an RBI sac fly for Rimmer. And it's the Gold Panners back in front by 5. Get both runs back that the Pirates scored. And Brock Kless was a strikeout victim in the first. Panners had 9 batters to the plate in the first. Scored 5 runs, and they pick up 2 more here in the second. There are now 2 outs for Brock, and the base is empty. And there will be another Panner at Hawaii. But I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it yet, so we have to wait on that. So anyway, yeah, there's going to be a heavy Panner flavor with the Rainbow Warriors, and of course with assistant coach Dave Nakama, who we had on the broadcast a few nights ago. Great interview if you didn't catch that. 2 nights ago in that 5-inning game, Dave joined us in the 2nd inning. So now I need to get me some Hawaii gear. Are you listening, Dave? Dave, are you listening? Yeah, I need a nice Hawaiian lei.
Yeah.
And some Rainbow Warriors swag. Popped out of play. Heard also from our Hawaiian friends, Jovi and Shane Dudawa yesterday. Shane, assistant coach for the Panners last year, the Hawaii native. They live on Maui. And his wife, Jovi, who lived with us and the coaches all last summer and fed us better than we've ever been fed in our entire lives. It's a different house this year. Now it's just a bunch of baseball coaches and me. Through the hole on the left side, Kless has a base hit. It's been a 1 for 2 days so far. The inning continues against Wyatt Johnson. Here's Caleb Milliken, who walked and scored in the first inning. Yeah, so the Dudois are, I believe they're in Idaho right now watching one of their sons play baseball for the Boise Hawks. And we also heard from Dave Nakama the other day that Buddy Pindell is pitching in Boise. He was a Gold Panner last summer and one of the best. That was funny. Buddy didn't find out until mid-season that Buddy was not his real name. He got the name because his older sibling just called him Buddy all the time when he was a baby, and the name stuck. That happens to a lot of people with their names. It's some 4-year-old starts calling the new baby some weird name and it just stays. That's how I got my name, Garrow. No, definitely not. The 3-0. Misses for ball 4, so Milliken has his second walk of the game. And 2 aboard, still with 2 outs, and now the bullpen will get going for the Pirates as Aiden Ross will go out and get loose. And Aiden just pitched yesterday.
Number 6, Tate Chanel.
Pitched the last couple innings of that 11-1 Gold Panner win. 7-2, Fairbanks in front of Inland Valley, and Tate Chamau, who had a bases clearing triple in the first inning to deep left center. Hit that one about 400 feet. It stayed in the ballpark, and he fouls this one back. Tate Chamau. Listen to this. He is 14 for his last 26. Almost hit him. Close one, but it's 3-1 now on Tate. As Aiden Ross gets loose in the bullpen, Wyatt Johnson struggling through his second inning of work. It is a 7-2 Gold Panner lead, 7 runs, 7 hits. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Pirates. And Chamau at the plate. And pops this one up into the seats, right field side. They got a bouncy house going up here today. A lot of kids at the park, as per always. We've got an Australian contingent here enjoying the game, and they've been treated to some Australian music, including Men at Work, and, of course, the greatest Australian band ever, even though they were a bunch of Scots raised in Australia, AC/DC. Or as my son says, ADCC. 3-2 pitch misses for ball 4. And the base is full of gold here in the second inning. This is a 7-inning game, first of 2 today. And you can just see it on the body language of the Pirates.
Number 17, Isaac Shook.
It's a difficult spot to be in. The Panners have just been unstoppable offensively in this series. And this one is grounded sharply to short. Rico's got it. Pumps, throws to first in time for the final out of the inning. The Panners sent 8 batters to the plate in the second, but scored just twice, leave bases loaded. but have a 7-2 lead after 2. Top of the 3rd inning here from Growden Memorial Park. GoldPanners enjoying a 7-2 lead here in game 1 of 2 today. 2 7-inning ball games. Garo Von Dane with you live. GoldPanners and Inland Valley Pirates wrapping up their 6-game series here at sunny Growden Park. And that one is lined to left for a base hit for Connor McKinney. He's had a good series at the plate. McKinney singles to left and gives the Pirates a leadoff base runner here in the 3rd inning. They got the leadoff man aboard in the 2nd on an error and scored 2 runs, both unearned. And Brett Bowers now will bat with a runner at first base. Got the Pirates needing runs, trailing again by 5. 7 runs, 7 hits for Fairbanks, 2 runs, 3 hits for the Pirates. Aiden Ross is done warming up in the bullpen. We'll see if he comes out for the 3rd or not. Good Sunday afternoon crowd on Faith and Family Day here. Panners used to share this ballpark with Athletes in Action, a Christian organization, baseball team. AIA then moved to Chugiak and became the Chugiak Chinooks. It's still the same mission, same bosses, same program, but they wanted to have a more community feel to their name when they moved to Chugiak, so it became the Chinooks. 2 balls and a strike on Bowers. And that organization part of the old Campus Crusade for Christ, if you remember that. AIA used to be pretty popular on the athletic scene with their basketball programs and such. You don't hear about them as often anymore. I remember they didn't have a name when they played here at Growden. The 2-2. And it was really tiresome as a broadcaster not being able to say, like, the Panners or the Pirates. You're always saying Athletes in Action or AIA. You can't ever say the somethings. And I talked to their staff. I said, don't you guys have something you want to go by? Man, that one is fouled out of play. And they would do a little 1, 2, 3 chant before going out on the field and such. And I said, what do you guys say when you go 1, 2, 3? And they said, fire. So I said, all right, you guys are the Fire. So we just named them the Fire from that point on. And the name stuck. So they were the AIA Fire until moving to Chugiak. And now they are enjoying life in the cellar of the Alaska Baseball League, at least at last check of the standings. And it's down low for ball 4 to Bowers. The second walk issued by Garrett Cooper. He's also hit a batter today.
Now up to bat for the Pirates, number 20, Daniel Garcia.
And here's Daniel Garcia. 7-2 Panners here in the top of the third. This is outside for ball 1, does Cooper. So Garrett not quite as sharp as normal here today. But still just giving up 2 unearned runs. But now working with 2 aboard and nobody out here in the third to Daniel Garcia. Takes a strike call. Chopper towards second. Milliken to the bag for 1. Munoz to first, and the 4-6-3 double play. Second double play turn today by the Panners. Over to third goes McKinney. And now Cooper will work to Austin Holler.
Austin Holler.
Off day tomorrow for the GoldPanners. And then our next broadcast will be Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. when we welcome the San Francisco Seals to town. It's next home MSR Properties night at the ballpark. Local Banks night on Wednesday, then it's Rotary Club night, and then Friday should be a great crowd for UAF Alumni Night. The University of Alaska Fairbanks, big geological school. What are they called here? A land, sea, and space grant institution?
Got it right.
There we go. The Alaska Nanooks.
That foul ball brought to you by the Glass Doctor.
I guess
the Glass Doctor specializes in fixing all pain.
I guess we'd have to say Colton Parayko is the most famous UAF athlete of all time. Would that be fair?
Well, there's a basketball player that played in the European League, Eric something. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to top popularity-wise an NHL Stanley Cup winner in Colton Parayko with the St. Louis Blues.
Yeah, that was the only one I could think of that come close.
It was hit high to left center field, coming on to make the catch is Dom Hughes. No damage done in the third as Holler is retired. Garrett Cooper puts up a 0 in the third. We're going to the bottom of the third, 7-2 GoldPanners. Can Dom Hughes give the Panners the win in walk-off style? Smoke down the right field side, and it's a base hit, and Dominic Hughes drives in the game-winning run in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the improbable comeback victory in the bottom of the 7th inning for the GoldPanners gives them their first win of the season. And my goodness, the Panners walk off the Oilers
Make sure you come out tomorrow night for the series
in a bizarre game
Oilers in Alaska.
that was ugly for much of it. And the Oilers took a 5-2 lead into the 7th inning, and the Panners rally to win it 6-5 with a 4-run bottom of the 7th. Dominic Hughes, the game-winning hit after Tate Shamau's 2-run triple. And the Panners win it 6-5. How do you like that? GoldPanners get their first win of the year. And they look to clinch the series tomorrow night against the Oilers in another 7-inning game right here at 6:30 tomorrow night. Dom Hughes. Marty Munoz leads off for the GoldPanners. Bottom of the third inning. Garo Von Dane live here at Growden. My partner Chris Carlson standing on a chair next to me. No, you're not on a chair. You're on a box. It's like a double-sized apple box. And we stand on apple boxes all the time on my day job the rest of the year. But that's a double-sized one, but one I wouldn't want to drag around either. This one just stays here. It is a 7-2 GoldPanner lead, bottom of the third. Munoz, and then the top of the order, Dom Hughes and Brock Rudy. 7 runs, 7 hits for Fairbanks. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Pirates. Munoz takes inside for ball 2. The turf here at Growden Memorial Park. Installed in 1985. Oh, Munoz. Munoz has had a couple of tough strikeout calls, but Munoz goes down looking. We go to the top of the order.
Back to the top of the lineup
for Dominic Hughes. Wyatt Johnson continuing here in the third. Hughes is 2 for 2 against him in the game. This park opened in '61, August 7th to be exact. The massive flooding of '67, the Chena River, which is way beyond the left field fence, that flooded, and this field was under a few feet of water, severely damaged the park, and then rebuilt. That was in '67, and then the turf put in 1985. Think of all the players that have played on this turf over the years. And they all ask, is that turf still there? Jason Giambi, Brett Boone, Tom Goodwin, Alex Vesia, Scott Hurst, David Fletcher, Brendan Ryan. So many guys played on this turf. Foul backing out of play.
Heads up, concession stand. That foul ball brought to you by Foundation Health Partners.
Panners had some of their best teams ever right before the turf was installed. The 1980 team that went 43-9, won the NBC title. Big leaguer and current television personality Harold Reynolds was on that team. Kevin McReynolds, Alvin Davis. Three and 2 on Hughes with 1 out and the bases empty here in the third. Chopper left side. A couple of hops to McFarland, who gets it not in time to get Hughes. Infield hit for Dom. He's 3 for 3.
He was quick on that one.
He's so fast.
Now to bat for your
Brings up Brock Rudy.
29, Brock Rudy.
Brock showing his sense of humor here, choosing this song today after yesterday's Bad Blood. The 1983 GoldPanner team, believed to maybe have been the best team ever assembled in summer baseball, but they lost in the title game in Wichita in a massive upset, a Buster Douglas type upset. 14 future major leaguers on that 83 team. 14. One Barry Bonds was on that team. He played at first because they had an all big league outfield of Shane Mack, Oddibe McDowell, and Mark Davis. Joe McGrain was on that team, pitcher Dennis Cook. Rudy drops this one into left for a base hit. Brock is 3 for 3 in the game. Two aboard with 1 out. Rafael Flores 0 for 1, walked and scored. Panners making noise again here in the 3rd inning. The GoldPanners in this series have been retired 1, 2, 3 2 times. And we're in game 5. That one hits Flores as Johnson looks down at his fingers. And the base is loaded
pitch brought to you by
with 1 out.
Law Office. Been hit by a pitch, call Bill and he will make you rich.
Sean Rimmer with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Now to bat for your GoldPanners, number 22, Sean Rimmer.
Sean had the night off yesterday. But the day before in that 5-inning game, went 3 for 4 with a home run and 2 doubles and 4 runs batted in. Not the situation Wyatt Johnson wants to be in here with 1 out and the bases stacked. The turkey's on the table for Rimmer. Big swing, but he pops it up towards the Panner dugout. Will there be room? Yes, and the 3rd baseman McFarland makes the catch, and Rimmer is out number 2. And Rimmer takes a slow walk back to the dugout. Big out there for Wyatt Johnson.
Number 25, Brock Kless.
And now Brock Kless, who's having a 1 for 2 day.
I look real good today. I look real good today. I look real good today. Jumping at the motherfucking rolling in a couple of Valencia.
While we're talking about all those great Panner teams this summer, the 20-year anniversary of that amazing 2002 team, as that one is fouled off left side. The national champions 20 years ago, winning the NBC title over the Anchorage Glacier Pilots in the championship game. What an amazing group that was. Talked about Zach Bash yesterday, that 0.62 ERA over 42 1/3 that summer. Base hit to left. Hughes comes in to score. Rudy will try and score. The throw is going to beat him to the plate, though. A nice throw from Marquez to get Rudy. And that's it for the Panners here in the 3rd, but they pick up a run. RBI single for Brock Kless makes it 8-2. We'll go to the 4th. The GoldPanners lead the Inland Valley Pirates 8-2 as we start the 4th inning of this 7-inning game. 2 sevens for you today on PannerVision. A doubleheader Sunday matinee on the final day of the series between the GoldPanners and Pirates. Panners have taken 3 of the first 4, including 3 in a row, and have a 6-run lead here in Game 5. Garrett Cooper has walk on 3 innings, giving up 2 unearned runs on 3 base hits. Works to Rico, McFarland, and Betton here in the 4th inning. Chopper over the mound. Milliken has it on a couple of hops and throws perfectly to Flores with a 4-3 putout of Rico, and brings up Anthony McFarland, who hit into a 4-6-3 double play his first time
Now
up.
to bat for the Pirates, number 14, Anthony
Well, just going down
McFarland.
through the past GoldPanner teams here the last inning or so. And a few years ago, the GoldPanners printed a list of the 100 greatest GoldPanners of all time, and I was just starting to run through those a little bit. And it is quite a list. Grounded to third, Shamau. A 5-3 putout, quickly 2 up and 2 down here in the 4th, brings up Bo Betton. Alvin Davis, 2-year GoldPanner in 79 and 80.
Now to bat for the Pirates,
Bob
number
Boone,
10,
yeah, that
Bo
Bob Boone,
Betton.
66 through 68. Batted .405 in 68. And Lindsey Meggs, who many of you know as the coach of University of Washington, or now former coach. Meggs, yeah, he was a Panner in 82 and 83. Batting over 300. Steve Kemp, batted .425 in 1974, had a big league career. And hit legendary home runs here in Fairbanks. Shane Mack, 82 and 83, same for Odabe McDowell. Dave Kingman. A lot of old-timers like me remember him slugging for the Chicago Cubs. Swing and a miss on an 0-2 pitch. Throw to first to record the out, and a quick 1-2-3 fourth for Garrett Cooper. It's 8-2 GoldPanners. New pitcher into the game for the Alaska GoldPanners of Fairbanks
Again,
is the Fairbanks native Andrew Troutman. Out of Clark College in Ottawa, the sophomore Andrew Troutman, 6'3" right-hander, takes the mound here in the Midnight Sun game in front of his hometown fans. And he steps into a very hot kitchen. The bases are loaded for the Waves with 1 out. Andrew Troutman making his 5th appearance. He has thrown a total of 7 innings, giving up just 1 run. He gets the honor of pitching here in the Midnight Sun game in a big situation. And he deals a strike to Zuba. It has been a tight but consistent strike zone tonight. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. And the lights are on in the press box, but they will not turn on outside the press box. The 1-2 pitch from Troutman to Zuba. Gets him swinging. Second out. On the longest day of the year, the summer solstice on June 21st. And we're playing baseball in Fairbanks. Just misses inside. It's 2-0. The Waves have quieted down this crowd a little bit here in the 6th inning. It's chopped right side. To his left goes Harrison to make the play. And the 4-3 putout that ends the top of the 6th. Pitch.
Milliken.
Caleb Milliken will lead off for Fairbanks, and a new pitcher into the game. That's all for Wyatt Johnson. And in comes Aiden Ross. We saw Aiden pitch last few innings last night. So Wyatt Johnson departs after 3 innings of work. He leaves in an 8-2 deficit. So Aiden Ross takes over. The right-hander, number 16, skips one in the dirt. From Citrus Junior College, 5'8", 160. And it's 2-0 on Milliken, who will be followed by Shamau and Shook, 6, 7, and 8 spots in the Panner batting order. And as I was going through this list of 100 greatest GoldPanners of all time, I came across Dave Weatherman. We were wondering when he played exactly. He is the uncle of the newest GoldPanner who just arrived, Garrett Maloney. a pitcher, freshman from Southern Nevada, 6'3" right-hander, and his uncle is Dave Weatherman, as it's 3-0 here on Milliken, and he takes ball 4.
Baseball fans, can you check your wallets, please? Because we've had 2 identification cards turned in. If you have lost your ID, please claim them at the
Four-pitch
ticket
walk
booth.
to Milliken. Tate Shamau has tripled in 3 runs and scored and walked so far in the game.
At the ticket booth.
So Dave Weatherman pitched for the GoldPanners in 1979 and on that spectacular 1980 team. Dave Weatherman in 1979 threw 79 innings. 79 innings in a summer. In 1980, he dropped down to 53 2/3. What a softie. And that's it for Aiden Ross. He throws 4 pitches, and he walks Milliken, and we're going to have a pitching change. We'll be back to Growden in just a moment. So Aiden Ross, I wonder if it was just some arm trouble he was having. He's gone after 4 pitches. He's already pitched 3 times in the series. And so Ross departs, and into the ball game comes number 20, Daniel Garcia. And this one is hit high into right field, and chasing it down towards the line is the new right fielder, which we will have to figure out who it is. It was Daniel Garcia. Came in from right to take over on the mound.
For your GoldPanners, number 17, Isaac Shuck.
Here's Isaac Shook with One away and a runner at first base. Shook 1 for 2 so far in the game. And there goes the runner. Throw to second is off the mark into center field. And so Milliken will get up and head for third and get there. Now with one out, Isaac can drive in another Gold Panner run. Yeah, how about that, as I was talking about earlier, Dave Weatherman in 1979 through 79 innings. An 80, 53 and 2/3.
Visit golddaughters.com.
Different deal back then.
Or find them on Instagram at golddaughters.
Some other of those all-time Panners names you might recognize. I mentioned Dave Kingman. Dave Winfield, of course, in 71 and 72, pitched and hit. Phil Stevenson, longtime coach at Wichita State. Played here in 80 and 81. Bill the Spaceman Lee in 66 and 67, then came back to pitch just a few years ago in the Midnight Sun game to avenge his loss in 67. Floyd Bannister back in 71. Tom Seaver. Or Bannister 74 and 75. Seaver was 64, 65. That is quite a list. Lined into center field, a base hit by Shuck brings in another Gold Panner run as Milliken scores. RBI single for Isaac Shuck, and it's 9-2 Gold Panners here in the fourth.
Now to bat for your Gold Panners, number 2, Marty Munoz.
Alluded to it yesterday, the Panners have had more than 1,200 players drafted,
Brought to you by the Glass
including
Doctor.
125 first-round picks. Marty Munoz, 0 for 2, been called out on strikes twice. Bats here with one away and a runner at first and hits this one high into center field, and going back is Betton to his right, reaches up and makes the catch. For out number 2, we go to Dominic Hughes, who's had a great day at the plate. 3 for 3 with a double, 3 runs scored.
Back to the top of the lineup for your
Some of those
Gold Panners.
first-round draft picks,
Dominic Hughes.
well, the first draft pick ever in Major League Baseball was Rick Monday, Panner in 1965. Tom Seaver, of course, no surprise there. Dave Kingman, Mike Weathers. I'm going chronologically here. Dave Kingman. Dave Winfield in 73, a first-round pick. He was a first-round pick in basketball and football as well. What an athlete. Floyd Bannister in 76, a first-round pick. Terry Francona. Yeah, he was a Gold Panner too. And a first-round pick in 1980. Harold Reynolds, also picked in the first round in 1980 by the Seattle Mariners. Terry Francona was picked by Montreal. Dan Plesac, yeah, a lot of you know him from television. Very successful big league pitcher. The Milwaukee Brewers, first round pick in 1983. One Barry Bonds. He was the first pick of the Pirates in 1985. We know the rest of his story. This one's popped up by Hughes, and behind home plate, Max Shore makes a difficult catch and hangs on for out number 3. Panners pick up a run. They've scored in every inning. They lead at 9-2 through 4. Max Shore leads off for the Inland Valley Pirates as we go to the 5th inning here at Growden Memorial Park. Garrow Von Dane live on PannerVision. Garrett Cooper out for his 5th inning of work, facing Max Shore. Then the top of the order, Isaiah Marquez and Connor McKinney. This one is popped into shallow center field, and coming in to make a running catch is Brock Kless. One away here in the 5th. Garrett Cooper has retired 6 straight.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Pirates.
Just 2
Number
unearned
29,
runs
Isaiah Marquez.
for the Inland Valley Pirates off of Garrett Cooper. These are a couple 7-inning scheduled games. They got a bouncy house going up. There's going to be a mini concert here on Faith and Family Day at the ballpark. High fly ball, shallow center field. Kless calls everybody off. Quickly 2 down here in the 5th, and Connor McKinney will bat. Connor, 1 for 1, was also hit by a pitch. Went 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Had one of those 4 hits for the Pirates. Pirates in the first 2 games scored 20 runs on 26 base hits, but they have been silenced since about midway through game 2. Line to right. Rimmer is right there, and another quick 1-2-3 inning for super duper Garrett Cooper. We've played 4.5.
Since this is a 7-inning game, we're going to have
It's 9-2 GoldPanners. Oh, it's a 5th inning stretch. So did Happy Boy make it? Let's find out.
As Lithia Chevrolet of Fairbanks is proud to present Happy Boy.
There's no way he's right. Wow.
I was walking on the street on a sunny day. Feeling in my bones till I have my way.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
Oh, I'm a happy boy.
Happy
I'm a
Boy.
happy boy. If I got hit by a car, put his guts in a box and put him in a drawer. Well, I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. Forgot all about it for a month and a half.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
I looked in the drawer and started to laugh.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
'Cause I'm a happy boy.
Happy
I'm a
Boy.
happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey.
Ladies and
Happy Boy made it to the field just in time. How did he do it? I didn't think there was a chance, but he made it. And now for the 2nd consecutive day is down getting his picture taken. Well, there's so many kids here at the park today, Faith and Family Day, so Happy Boy is wildly popular here in Fairbanks. So mugging for the cameras for the next 10 minutes. Brock Rudy leading off for the GoldPanners on the baseball field. It's a 9-2 GoldPanner lead, bottom of the 5th. 7 innings, then a 45-minute break, and then another 7-inning game. GoldPanners with a 9-2 lead, 9 runs on 11 hits, 2 runs, just 3 hits for the Inland Valley Pirates. Panners have scored in every inning today. Scored in all but 2 innings yesterday. And scored in every inning the day before. Ground ball to second, and Brock Rudy retired for the first time today on a 4-3 putout. Brings up Rafael Flores, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, and also was hit by a pitch. Rafa officially 9 for his last 16. Talking about all these Gold Panners from the past, some that are in the big leagues right now. David Fletcher with the Angels, and like we said, an injury-marred year. John Schreiber pitching for the Boston Red Sox after starting his career with his hometown team, the Detroit Tigers. Schreiber pitched here in 2015. And Alex Vesia, Los Angeles Dodger from 2017. Line to left center, and this will drop past the diving center fielder Benton. And Flores with a deep double to left center has his first hit of the game. A one-out double for Flores brings up Sean Rimmer. Rimmer came up with the bases loaded in the third. Took a big hack but popped it up high in the sky. And it was caught by the third baseman McFarland in front of the Panner dugout. Now he gets another crack. And facing Daniel Garcia. Wyatt Johnson, 3 innings, 8 runs on 10 hits.
That ball brought to you by
Aiden
the
Ross
Gold
faced just
Daughters.
1 batter through 4 balls.
Wash your worries away, one pan
And
at
he
a
came
time
out of
with
the
Gold
game.
Daughters.
Perhaps due to arm issues, unclear from here. But now Daniel Garcia skips one in the dirt, and Flores will head to third base. On the wild pitch, there have been a collection of those today in the game. Beautiful day here in Fairbanks. Final day of the series between the Gold Panners and Pirates. Mentioned Terry Francona earlier, former Gold Panner. He was the number 22 overall pick when he was drafted. That one is crushed to left by Rimmer. And another rim shot. He hits one of the power lines, and it comes down onto 2nd Avenue. A bomb from Sean Rimmer, is 6th of the year. A 2-run shot makes it 11-2 Gold Panners here in the 5th.
2-run home run by Sean Rimmer.
As it was coming down, it caught one of those electric lines beyond the left field fence.
That home run will be counted as a $200 donation from the Hawk Shop and Pond.
Hey, a $200 donation from the Hawk Shop after that home run by Sean Rimmer. What a summer he is having.
Currently having an inventory reduction sale, and 95% of the
11
store is at 50 to 75%
Gold
off.
Panners.
The Hawk is ready to make a deal with you. I'd like to thank the Hawk Shop and Pond for being a proud supporter of Gold Panner Baseball.
And new pitcher coming into the game, and we will have that information when we return. It's 11-2 Gold Panners.
Pirates is number 14, Anthony McFarland.
New pitcher Anthony McFarland for the Pirates. So over to third base goes Daniel Garcia. So the third baseman McFarland goes to the mound, and pitcher Garcia goes to third base. The breaking ball misses 2 balls and a strike on Brock Kless. The fourth pitcher of the game.
Brought to you by Hometown Physical Therapy.
1.1 innings for Garcia.
Heads up, Bouncy House Castle.
Grounded through the hole on the left side, a base hit for Kless. He's got 3 hits in the game. 3 in a row, all singles. What are the Pirates going to have left
Now to bat for your goal
for game 2 off the mound? Happy Boy in the stands right now. Mugging some more with some of the fans. Attaboy, Happy Boy. Making friends with the locals. Pitches down low to Caleb Milliken. 11-2 GoldPanners with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This one's scheduled for 7. Garrett Cooper cruising along. He has set down 8 in a row. And Piners have a commanding 9-run lead.
Gotta go to him.
Down low from McFarland. At a UC Riverside. Third baseman now pitching. Thought about it and held off. Took strike 1. It's 3-1. And it's ball 4.
They see me rolling, they waiting. We gotta get that.
Now to bat for your goaltenders, number 6, Tate Shamau.
Tate Shamau, GoldPanner third baseman, batting with 2 aboard and 1 out. Tate. Bases clearing triple back in the first. Walked in the second, flew out to right in the 4th inning. Bats here with an 11-2 lead and 2 on. Takes outside. Tate will be at Southern Cal this fall. And he pops this one up high, left side, calling for it. Ooh, and making the catch in front of the shortstop, Rico, was Garcia. And Shamau is out number 2. Brings up Isaac Shook
Now to bat for
with
your
2 aboard.
goaltenders,
2 runs are in on the
17,
2-run home run
Isaac
for
Shook.
Sean Rimmer. His 6th of the year.
Sometimes against me, I'm gonna get problems up on.
Isaac takes outside. The junior from Francis Marion out of Reno, Nevada. Been there a few times, mostly just to fly in and out, but driven in from the Lake Tahoe area. Cool little town. The biggest little city in the West. And he pops this one up left side, and there to make the catch is Garcia for out number 3. Panners will settle for 2 runs here in the 5th. They lead it 11-2.
Will receive a 200.
Pardon me. 6th inning here from Growden. Garrett Cooper. Another strong outing. Oh, catching my breath after making the long run downstairs and back between innings. 3 balls and no strikes. And a 4-pitch walk.
For those fans that purchase 50/50 tickets, we will be announcing the winner in the middle of the inning. So don't get mad at me.
To Adam Aguirre.
20, Daniel Garcia.
Now leadoff walk. Cooper will have to work to Daniel Garcia, who is now at third base. Started the game in right, then took the mound, and now at third base. And he bats here against Cooper. He's 0 for 2 so far.
Finish him.
A ball and 2 strikes. We will have a 45-minute break between games, get the new lineups, and have game 2. Popped up to Shamau for out number 1. We are in the top of the 6th inning. This one scheduled for 7.
Now to bat for the Pirates, number 11, Austin Haller.
Up and in. 2-0. Cooper to Holler. Garrett Cooper through 5 1/3, 2 runs, 0 earned runs on just 3 base hits. The last base hit was a leadoff single by McKinney in the 3rd inning. And the Panners really have been dominant the last few games of this series. Since midway through game 2. Panners trailed 6-1 in game 2. As the runner takes off for second and the throw off the mark. And it's ball 4 anyway. A couple of walks here in the inning, and here comes Marcus Mastroboni, bench coach for the GoldPanners, to check in with his right-hander to see how he's doing. There is a right-hander throwing in the pen right now. A couple of walks for Cooper here in the 6th. And Gabriel Rico is due up. He's 0 for
All right,
1
fans, get out your door
with a
prize
base on
tickets.
balls.
We got a couple more door prizes to give away. If you have the last 4, it's going to be ticket number 8153. 8153. And if you have ticket number 7894, you just won some door prizes. You can claim them at the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in the front. Out to bat for the Pirates is number 25, Gabriel Rico.
And now Cooper will work to Rico. And the breaking ball lands in for a strike. Gabriel Rico out of Rio Hondo College. Umpiring crew will switch for game 2. Keith Jackson was up here for the most of this game, just checking out the view. He's never been up here to the press box. So he was taking in the game from up here. Cracked a few jokes about what it would be like to umpire from up here versus down on the field. Got such a good view upstairs. Grounded to third. Shimao to second for 1. On to first. And safe is the call at first base. Panners were headed off the field, but they will return.
Now
A 5-4 putout of Holler at second
Anthony
base.
McFarland.
And now 2 away. Rico reaches on the fielder's choice, and Anthony McFarland will bat. McFarland now the pitcher for the Inland Valley Pirates. And he hits this one high into shallow right field. Rimmer calling for it, comes in and makes the catch. Cooper puts up another 0 here in the 6th. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, 11-2 Panners. Bottom of the 6th inning. Goldpanners leading 11-2. Alex Garcia leads off and lines one into the Panner
That
bullpen.
foul ball brought to you by the Gold Daughters.
Garcia
Discover gold,
batting
Ice
for
Age
Marty
fossils, and
Munoz.
gemstones with the Gold Daughters.
Marty ends an 0 for 3 day at the plate. The sun is out, a nice breeze, a great crowd here on Faith and Family Day. There's a bouncy house, some shaved ice. There's going to be some live music going on. Another great day at the ballpark here in Fairbanks. Alex Garcia from North Pole, Alaska, pops this one up left side. And over there to make the catch is now over at third base is Connor McKinney.
Now back to the top of the lineup for your Gold Panners. Number 8, Dominic Hughes.
So McKinney is at third, and Garcia goes over to first. And McFarland continues to pitch. Dominic Hughes has had a 3 for 4 day so far. A double, 2 singles, 3 runs scored. The Panners scored 5 in the first and have not looked back, leading 11-2. The 2 Pirates runs came in the second inning. A leadoff error. RBI double for Max Shore. And it's ball 4. Over the last 24 innings,
Now to bat for your Gold Panners.
the Panners have outscored the Pirates 45-3. Well, no signs of any bad blood here today. That one is skipped in the dirt and gets away from Shore, so jogging to second base is Hughes on another wild pitch. There have been a pile of those, not only today, but in this series. And a strike called. It's 2-1. Anthony McFarland hoping to finish out this game for the Inland Valley Pirates and facing Brock Rudy with Hughes at second base. Rudy the batter. Flores on deck. 1 out here in the 6th. The Panners have scored runs in every inning so far today. They said Rudy went around for strike 2, 2-2. And Rudy lines this one in the gap in right center. Hughes will come around to score. Rudy into second base with an RBI double. Brock Rudy 2 doubles today, 3 hits, 4 hits make that. He's driven in a pair, scored twice. And that batting average has to be right around 400 right now for Brock.
Rafael Flores.
Flores, 1 for 2, a double, 2 runs scored, been on base 3 times. Crosses himself as he always does before standing in to the batter's box. It is 12-2 Goldpanners. We are about to clinch this series. Smash to center field, but right at Bo Betton. Runner will tag from second and get to third, and the ball rolls away from McKinney, and Rudy will jog in to score the 13th Gold Panner run of the game. Another error charged to the Pirates.
Now to bat for your Gold Panners, number 22, Sean Rimmer.
2 away for Sean Rimmer. Looking ahead to the 7th inning for the Pirates, it'll be Betton, Shore, and Marquez due up. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1 to Rimmer, who hit a 2-run blast in the 5th inning, his 6th of the year and 2nd of the series. And pops this one back out of play.
Ends up at the bouncy castle. Good thing that there's a net over there, so no kids were harmed in the making of that last foul ball.
Up the middle and through. Another base hit for Rimmer. Kless
Now to bat for your Gold Panners, number 25,
is 3 for 4 in the game.
Kless.
I look pretty good today.
I look real good today. I look real good today. I look real
What a day for Brock with the 3 base hits and 4 plate appearances. Struck out swinging back in the 1st. And now bats here with Rimmer at first and 2 away in a commanding 13-2 lead for the Gold Panners, and he pops it up high right side. Holler makes the catch for out number 3. Last chance for the Pirates when we come back. 13-2 Panners here in game 1. We head to the 7th and final inning here of game 1 of our Sunday twin bill. Gold Panners in front 13-2. In a game that's really never been in doubt. Panners scored 5 in the 1st, Led 7-2 after 2, have scored in every inning today. And Raymond Padilla takes over here in the 7th inning. The military grad stationed at nearby Fort Wainwright, Raymond Padilla, 6-foot right-hander from Fontana, California. And there's a little flare to second base off the bat of Bo Betton for out number 1. Ray Padilla takes over for Garrett Cooper, who goes 6 innings, gives up 2 unearned runs on 3 base hits. Cooper continues to have a great summer for the GoldPanners. Four walks for Coop. And just 2 strikeouts today. But got the job done. And it's Raymond Padilla now taking over in the 7th and final inning. Again, we'll have a 45-minute break between games. We'll shut down the stream. And some of you are being naughty on the online chat, so we'll start fresh in game 2. Lynn Hines checking in, saying that GoldPanner we were talking about earlier, Weatherman, was the first GoldPanner she hosted here at Fairbanks, and they still keep in touch. We look forward to seeing Mr. Weatherman's nephew pitch in a GoldPanner uniform, Garrett Maloney, who was just added. This is a high pop fly, and the shortstop Alex Garcia will make the catch. Route number
Back to
2.
the top of the lineup for the Pirates is number 29, Isaiah Marquez. Also, we got one more door prize to give away. This is for the zip line pass at Globe Creek Camp, valued at $240. Yeah, ticket number 5237938.
2 away. This one is grounded sharply to second base. Milliken throws on to first, a 1-2-3-7 for Raymond Padilla. And the GoldPanners have clinched the series by winning their 4th in a row against the Inland Valley Pirates. A final score of 13-2. Dominic Hughes, a 3 for 4 days.
4 p.m. If that's
Brock
okay,
Rudy,
we're gonna start our
4 for
second game at
5.
4 p.m.
With
which
a
gives
couple runs
us
batted
50
in.
minutes from now.
And so we understand the next
Which is
game will
plenty
start
of time
at
for
4,
our
so
concert
50
to
minutes.
happen.
So a 4 p.m. start in game 2. Mark it down, and we'll see you for that game in just a bit. Garrett Cooper, 6 innings to get the victory. Just 2 unearned runs on 3 base hits. He lost, falls to Wyatt Johnson, 3 innings, 8 runs on 10 hits. For Chris Carlson, Garrow Von Dane saying so long for now. High fives all around for your Alaska GoldPanners, who have clinched the series and have won 4 in a row. We'll go for 5 in a row starting at 4 p.m. Panners go to 20 wins on this season, 11 losses and 1 tie. And we'll see you in just a bit, everybody. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Go get a fresh beverage, maybe a snack. We'll see you right back here in just a bit.